Random disclaimer, if you have Mary Sue OCs, that's fine. Everyone is entitled to, write whatever they want. This video is for people who want to change their Mary Sues or stop themselves from writing them, so don't take this as a bunch of must-dos for your OCs. This is just more aimed at people who, have a story with their characters. And so I know some people just make OCs without, stories connected to them because it's more fun, and that's fine. Write whatever you want. This is for anyone who wants to follow these instructions and is actively trying not to write a Mary Sue. Also, if you'd like to support me or commission me, the links to my Ko-Fi are in the description. You can get a drawing like the one I'm doing in this video with a custom background for only $20. Also, if you would like to check my book out, Hidden Beneath, links to it are in the description. You don't have to have any sort of account to read it, so give it a look if you'd like. One of my biggest pet peeves ever are Mary Sues, and to be honest, I don't mind having overpowered abilities as long as they're consistent and don't immediately solve everybody's problems. But if my friend ever writes a Mary Sue, sorry friend, you can bet that I'm silently seething at that character, even if I don't bring it up. I just kind of have to instinctively hate them, because the character isn't really interesting to me, and if a character isn't interesting to me, then I'm not going to be able to care about them. Maybe you feel the same way, and you're worried you'll end up writing a Mary Sue character. In which case, I would say that there are two things that truly affect whether your character is a Mary Sue: their abilities and their personality. I would be more concerned with your character's personality than abilities, as abilities are more easily remedied. Does your ability affect the plot at all? If not, maybe get rid of it. Does your ability stop conflicts from arising, or really being an obstacle in more than 50% of situations? In which case it should probably be nerfed. I would also recommend that the character's powers have a weakness, like a kryptonite, if they're particularly powerful. But now on to the more juicy part of this video. The personality of your character. An interesting character shouldn't be perfect. They should be relatable, realistic, and to do that, they should have flaws. Despite a common misconception, Mary Sues can have flaws and still be Mary Sues. Some Mary Sue flaws can include low self-esteem, trauma, being clumsy, to name a few. These can be turned into actual good character flaws, but for more inexperienced writers, I would recommend avoiding these as your main primary flaw. Low self-esteem can be an effective character flaw. Look at Eliza, the character I'm drawing in the background, from Hidden Beneath, links in the description. Her low self-esteem is a defining flaw, although I wouldn't call her the best example. The best example I've seen of it is a character my friend wrote, who had low self-esteem and made it work as a flaw that genuinely made him imperfect. A good way to write this effectively is to make them feel bad about themselves for reasons that are at least somewhat true. Eliza feels bad because of things she did that were genuinely horrible. She has other flaws as well, but this is a main one. Another character, the one my friend wrote, had low self-esteem that caused him to do things that made him unlikable. Bringing us to the next point. To write a character flaw, the flaw you give your character should affect the character's choices, and should affect those around them. If it doesn't do these, then it's probably not a good primary flaw. Another thing that can help remedy a Mary Sue is their dynamic with other characters. Does everybody they meet like them immediately? If this is the case, this should probably be changed. Do the people that do dislike them have any good reason to? If they don't, you should give them one, and it shouldn't be jealousy, because that just enforces how great the Mary Sue character is. I would also add that you should make sure your character follows the rules of the world they're in. And also, I don't agree with the notion that a tragic backstory can make a Mary Sue. Yeah, maybe they're overdone, but I'd rather read a bunch of tragic protagonists than ones who are just normal. And if you're writing a tragic backstory, make sure it does affect the character's current belief and personality. Make sure it isn't just there for tragedy points. Here's the last tip I have. If your character is a hybrid, it's best to make them weaker than the things they're a hybrid of. Yes, powerful hybrids are fun. And you can do what you want. Don't let me stop you. As I said, this video isn't for the people who are just having fun with their OCs. If you're just messing around and writing whatever you want, regardless of whatever, good on ya. But if your character is a hybrid, your best bet would be to give them the weaknesses of at least one or both of the things they're a hybrid of, and if necessary, a weakened version of one of the parents' powers. Let's use Jorgeborg as an example for this, also from Hidden Beneath. He is a Draken and Raptor hybrid. He has no powers from either of the realms, and can't even fly. Your character doesn't have to become that weak, but it sort of expresses the point that I'm going for. And another detail, if your character has no reason to be a hybrid, then maybe make them just a normal character. If you still want them to be a hybrid, try to make sure that, well, depending on the world, they're treated differently because of it, unless it's established that hybrids are normalized, or make them have body and or self-esteem issues because of it. Anyway, sorry this video was a mess. It's been a while since I've done a video like this. Hope I could help someone, and thanks for watching. If you ever need, character help, or leave a comment or something, I'd love to help. Anyways, bye. Bye to the 30 people who watch my videos.